Title of this segment, Microwave Success. And the mailbag has been full. I've got a lot of stuff. A lot of people are like, how can I get in and make money as quick as possible? I understand where you're coming from. However, if you're going to be truly successful in this business, it's not a in and out proposition. It's going to take a little time, effort, and dedication. Most people who are successful as professional storage auction buyers, it takes a few years if they continue to to work it and they continue to learn from their mistakes. So this whole notion of it's going to be like that, no. You may buy a unit and immediately make a lot of money. It's possible, but do not predicate your whole life on that. Really predicate it on going out, buying units, say spending $50 to $200, doubling, tripling, and quadrupling your money. That's more realistic. Also, I'm going to jump a little deeper into it because part of the reason is we live in a society that does not celebrate anything other than first place. What I mean by that, when I grew up, it was first place, second place, third place, fourth place, and there was ribbons, green, red, blue. We live in a culture now where if you don't come in first, what's the point? And I think that is disheartening and actually erroneous, and it creates a lot of despair with people because sometimes the best that you're gonna do, you're just gonna come in third, fourth, second. That's just how it's gonna be. But the thing is, if you keep at it, you can eventually come in first. What I call it is part of the entitlement mentality. I breathe, therefore I deserve a lot of money. No, homie, you don't. You know when you'll deserve a lot of money? When your service equals the amount of money that you want to make. And that means the more people you serve, the more money you will make. I'll give you a case in point. Like my girl, she's a teacher, and a lot of people are like, teachers do a great thing and they should make more money, and I agree. But this is how you're paid. Your compensation is based upon how easy it is to replace you. The harder that you are to replace, the more money you would make, i.e. a Peyton Manning, i.e. a brain surgeon, i.e. a super elite physicist. The more specialized your knowledge is, the more that you do it better than anyone else, the more money you're going to make. Or if you do something common or pedestrian, if you serve a lot of people as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible, i.e. trash, these huge trash conglomerates, that's how you make money. So just kind of step back and start thinking about what you can do to increase your service to the people that are in your neighborhood right now. Also, on this thing with success, I don't know when it changed, but making a lot of money is not the total sum of success. Sometimes doing the thing that you want to do with your life makes you successful. You have to determine what makes you happy, what is your level of success, and don't let anyone else try to frame that for you, because as long as you're chasing someone else's dream, you're going to be unhappy with yourself. Another thing I get is there's a lot of people that want me to get back in the business, and that ship has sailed. They can't do it. One, I really enjoy what I do now. Also, I'm becoming better and better and better at it. And like I said, there's other goals on the goal sheet that I want to do that's going to go way past this. And with my consulting work, I realized I couldn't do both. There's no way that I could be out there chasing units, writing books, uploading the blog, taking pictures, doing this, couldn't do it. If I was still in the business, that book, the first book, would still be in process. Partially, I will not be giving out trade secrets. That is one of the things, because I will tell you this story. I was talking to one of these producer guys, and the first time, and it's a fair question, it's like, if the business is so great, why aren't you doing it anymore? And I got sick, decided to chase something else. First time you ask me that, that's a fair and valid question. Have no problem. Second time, no problem. The third and the fourth time, you're pissing me off, because that indicates you think I'm lying. So he's like, he comes up to me and he's like, hey, Glendon, I mean, I saw, some of the stuff you had on YouTube, and I just, for the life of me, can't really figure out why you would leave the business. And I said, Monty, that's not his name. This is the 5th time that you've asked that question. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to think that I am not you. Then you will have the answer. Because as long as you keep thinking through the myopic view of your eyeballs on what you would do in that situation, you can never see my mindset. And he's like, I never really thought of it like that. Wow, And, he was really trying to get into business because he hated what he did. He absolutely hated what he did. And he was looking for a way out. And that's one of the things as a business person, when you hire people, you learn how to read people. You learn how to gauge talent. And you'll run into these situations where sometimes when people are asking you questions, they're not asking you to learn. They're asking you so they can figure out how they can get out of their spot in life. Because from what I understand, many people hate what they do. Not all. I love what I do. I mean, I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning working on this stuff because I love it. And another thing, I can do this writer thing and creativity thing until I'm 95 years old. Actually, if you're going to be in the storage business, I'm just going to, this is a heads up. You need to develop a load team soon as possible. Because there's a lot of people, it's like, I'm going to keep it me, it's just going to be in the wife. You will literally wear yourself out. I've seen it. You will wear yourself out. So, if you have any grand ambitions of being a large resale store, start building some contacts, networks, and building your team now. Because that's going to be, I want you to think something else. Your biggest limitation is not going to be money. And everyone's like, oh, I don't have enough. No, that's not going to be your limitation. I can say it right now. Your biggest limitation is going to be space. That's going to be your number one limitation. You'll get more space. You're like, yeah, I've got it. And it'll fill up again on you. So, for those of you who are thinking, oh, it's the money, it's the money. No. It's the space. But I come to you with this video because there's a lot of people who are stuck on instant success. It's not normal. It does happen. But I'll give you a great example. Facebook. Everyone talks about, Mark Zuckerberg, millionaire. He's, 25, 26 years old. He started this when he was a teenager. That's almost 7 years. Even with his stunning success and the growth rate of Facebook, it was not overnight. And there's been a lot of hiccups and a lot of mistakes and a lot of pissed off people and a lot of lawsuits. So even with his, and is looked upon to be as, like a shooting star. Dude got the skills that he needed to build Facebook when he was in high school. If you really look at his experience level, he's probably been tinking around with code and stuff since he was like 9. So by the time he was at Harvard, he had like 10 years of experience that he was not getting paid for. That's very, very relevant. Anybody that's played sports knows you got to get your reps in. Getting your reps in is shooting that jump shot, throwing that spiral, throwing to your receivers when no one's looking. That's getting your reps in. And there's thousands upon thousands of hours of that type of activity that leads to those shining moments on the field. If you're listening to me, you got to put in the work before you can celebrate. A lot of people are ready to celebrate and they don't want to put in the work. I get a lot of people, it's like, hey, I'm doing this and I've got this network and I've got this affiliate program and you have all these people who follow you and it'd be great. Number one, I used to be that guy. Read an entrepreneur magazine, going in the back, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, this looks hot. I did not start being successful until I learned how to, one, focus on one thing at a time. If you're a jack of all trades and master of none, it's going to be damn hard for you to get rich because you're too dispersed, too freaking scattered, and you're not focused. The sun is unfocused. What's the sun? It heats up the earth and everything. But a laser, which is also light focused, can cut steel. That's what you need to be. So if you're trying to do 18 different things and you've got I'm this behind your name, no wonder you're spinning your wheels. You're just too dispersed. You're just not concentrated. So if you're going to get into the storage auction business, I say, one, I don't care how much money you have, start off small. Buy a few units. See if you like it, because You're listening to the videos and you're seeing me and you're seeing some of the videos of the stuff I got and you're like, yeah, that's for me. There's a whole nother side of the business you have not seen. You need to experience that before you make any long-term commitments or pony up a lot of money. That's what I said. And a guy asked me, he sent me an email, he got an inheritance. He's got 100 grand. He's like, I was like, dude, find out if you like the business first. He's like, well, I'll take your webinar. I was like, no. Find out if you like the business first. Because he had never been to any auctions. He's just got this money. He's ready to, blowing money fast. And it's like, hey, slow down. Write out some goals. Figure out what you want to do before you even go out there. Because I'm telling you, a lot of you're going to go out there and, it's like, I don't like this. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to put in your reps. You've got to go out there. You've got to understand what you're getting yourself into. And this is not just for storage auctions. This is for anything. If you want to be successful, think, what can I do to make myself better? What can I do to serve more people? And you figure out those two things and really work hard, the money will come. I will be honest, this whole YouTube thing and the blog thing, my goal, I don't even think it's on my desk. My goal was to make $55,000 a year. Because no, seriously, I had this conversation with God. I want to be a writer and understand there's compromises and trade-offs. I know there's a very good chance I won't make the money I used to make. I understand that. But if I can make 55, 60, I manage money well, I can do okay. That was the goal. Make that. The videos were just a marketing tool to become a thing of their own. That was the goal. I wasn't looking. And as for the TV thing, I look at a lot of the stuff that happens to TV folks. Sometimes I'm like, man, you give up a lot for what you get. Because I looked at it and, I had a chance. My computer crashed. I can't show you the email I sent to the people. It's like, hey, essentially, if we can't do it this way, I'm not interested. And it's like, well, we can't do it that way. And that was the end of that. But I want you to understand, there's like 40 books in me. So this is just the beginning. Some people are like, oh, this is your shot. They don't know half of it. Just finished up this really trashy novel. Really trash. Had a lot of fun writing it. And next year there's some more stuff that's coming out that has nothing to do with storage auctions. And it's like the story of the three princesses of Serendip. I'll do another video on that because that's too long. But essentially, sometimes doing what you're doing right where you are is the best thing for you. Because one, I'm happy as heck. I have not been this happy in a long time. Because understand, when you're making money, everybody likes you. You have a business, you're dating people, oh, he's an entrepreneur. It sounds good. It rolls off the tongue well. When you're a writer, oh, he's a writer. First, you published? And at the time I didn't have anything published. No, I'm to work. Oh, really? Buster? I mean, seriously, that's how it was. And once I got those books on Amazon, it was like, oh, okay, he's for real. He's not full of shit like I thought he was. Oh, man. And that's the deal. Until you realize where you want to be, a lot of people are going to think you're full of crap because it's very easy to say, I want to do this. I want to do that. But when it's 12 o'clock at night, you've got the truck at the dock door, your bones hurt, and you got to unload that bitch and price that stuff and put it in your sales channel. At that point, that's when you will know that, hey, I can do this. Because if you shut the door, say I'll deal with this tomorrow, even though there's auctions all over the place that you need to be, it's about trade-offs, man. It's about trade-offs. So, like I said, forget about the microwave success. Think long-term success. Think happiness. Because as you change your perspective, this urgency and this thing like, oh, I'm missing the boat, it'll leave you, and the only person you'll be competing with is yourself. So it's like, okay, self is 30% today. Hey, I can make self 40%. And as you make yourself better and better and better, the success comes because you're making yourself more marketable. You're making yourself more valuable to the world. That's where the real money comes in. What I call a quick lick, anyone can do that. And it doesn't last. All right, well, this is Glendon.